What if going to prison meant upgrading your lifestyle? In one notorious case, a surprise prison inspection in Indonesia exposed a scandal so outrageous it ignited global outrage. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. From million-dollar suites to inmates arriving by helicopter, we're about to explore 15 of the most luxurious prisons where the super-rich live in shocking comfort behind bars. You won't believe what they get away with, especially number 1. Let's explore. Halden Prison, often called the world's most humane maximum security prison, was inaugurated by King Harold V. It cost approximately $252 million and spans nearly 1 million square meters. Here, prisoners wear their own clothes and can move freely within the facility. It even features a state-of-the-art recording studio where inmates learn instruments like guitar, piano, and drums, gaining skills in music composition and production. Some inmate groups have even released their own albums. Over half of the guards at Halden are women, and they do not carry weapons in order to maintain a non-intimidating atmosphere. Instead, they engage with inmates through activities like sports and shared meals, fostering community. Each prisoner also has a key to their own room, granting them autonomy similar to life outside prison. What sets Halden apart is its commitment to design and rehabilitation. The government allocated $15 million for prison artwork alone. One Norwegian artist was commissioned for a $1 million mural depicting a prisoner symbolically using a ball and chain as a shot put, emphasizing transformation. The prison's atmosphere is more reflective of a rehabilitation center than a punitive institution. With only 252 inmates, each has a private cell equipped with a mini fridge, flat-screen television, and bathroom. The windows lack bars, allowing natural light to flow in. The architectural design encourages a humane approach to incarceration, helping inmates reconnect with responsibility and prepare for reintegration into society. Do you think a prison like Halden can truly change a person, or is it just too comfortable to be called justice? Comment and chat with me. Let me tell you about Juan Carlos Martinez, a Colombian senator who turned his time in prison into a subject of national controversy. Martinez was convicted of drug trafficking and ties to rebel groups in Colombia, and in 2009 he was sentenced to 7.5 years in La Picota prison. Many Colombians anticipated that Martinez would serve a conventional prison term, but events unfolded differently. Instead of facing austere conditions, Martinez reportedly enjoyed a notably privileged experience behind bars. Media outlets covered a birthday event that lasted for 2 days, with over 30 guests including musicians and public figures. Reports claimed that unauthorized food and beverages were brought into the prison, and allegations emerged that he had expanded his cell by removing the wall between adjoining units. This perceived preferential treatment generated public outcry. Video footage and news coverage led many to question the fairness of Colombia's prison system. In 2012, after mounting public pressure, Martinez was relocated to a different facility with stricter oversight. However, concerns around La Picota prison's oversight continued. In 2022, Juan Lenson Castro, also known as Matamba, a high-profile drug trafficking suspect, escaped from the facility under circumstances suggesting internal collusion. According to investigative reports, Matamba had access to unauthorized amenities and had allegedly maintained external operations from within the prison. These incidents have sparked ongoing debates in Colombia about justice reform, prison management, and accountability. Before continuing, I have a special 10-second request for all of you listening. If you can help me in any way, please hit the notification bell and subscribe. It helps this channel so much. And if you do that, I will do everything I can to make this show even better for you. Deal. In the early 2000s, Tommy Suharto, the youngest son of Indonesia's former president, received a 15-year prison sentence following his conviction related to the death of a Supreme Court judge. His incarceration at Batu Prison on Nusa Kambangan Island received extensive media attention due to reports highlighting differences in conditions compared to other inmates. Media sources described his living quarters as resembling a compact apartment, featuring 3 separate areas including a bedroom, bathroom, and entry space. Reported amenities included a television, quality furnishings, and tiled floors. Additional reports at the time alleged that he may have been granted permission to temporarily leave the facility for personal reasons, a claim that spurred significant public discussion. While many inmates were housed in shared spaces under more basic conditions, Tommy's accommodations reportedly included a landscaped outdoor area, a recreational court, gym, and catered meals delivered by boat. These features, reportedly funded privately, led to public concern about perceived inequalities in the justice system. Notably, Batu Prison had originally been constructed during the administration of Tommy's father and was reportedly used to house political detainees. This historical context contributed to widespread public discourse around the case. The media attention surrounding the matter led to broader conversations about fairness, transparency, and reform within Indonesia's correctional system. The Otago Corrections Facility in New Zealand exemplifies a modern approach to incarceration that emphasizes rehabilitation and humane treatment. The facility is designed to support reintegration by fostering an environment more akin to a university campus than a traditional prison. Living quarters resemble dormitory rooms, featuring beds, desks, bookshelves, and privacy partitions. The grounds include well-maintained gardens, a fully stocked library, sports fields, and a gymnasium equipped with modern amenities. Residents participate in structured educational programs where they acquire vocational skills in areas such as carpentry, horticulture, and the arts. These programs equip individuals with practical competencies to support successful re-entry into society. For example, courses in woodworking or animal care offer training in sustainable careers and enhance long-term employability. The facility illustrates how a focus on education and dignity can contribute to reduced rates of reoffending. Nevertheless, this rehabilitative model has generated debate. Some observers question the allocation of such resources to incarcerated individuals, especially when similar educational and recreational opportunities are not universally accessible to all members of society. Now let's explore the Justice Center Leoben in Austria, a correctional facility known for its progressive and rehabilitative design. Officially referred to as a justice center rather than a traditional prison, it aims to embody a philosophy of dignity and humane treatment. Located in Leoben, Austria, this minimum security facility houses individuals who have not been convicted of violent offenses. The building prominently displays two quotes that reflect its core values. One reads, "All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights," and the other states, "All persons deprived of liberty shall be treated with humanity and with respect for the inherent dignity of the human person." Residents are provided with private rooms that include a television, bathroom, and kitchenette. The facility also features a state-of-the-art gym to support physical wellness and a basketball court for recreational activity. Its architecture, characterized by open spaces, clean lines, and generous natural lighting, resembles that of a contemporary hotel or modern office building. In addition, the center includes green outdoor areas designed to promote calm and well-being. This emphasis on nature and openness aligns with its rehabilitative mission. Residents have access to a wide range of support services, including legal aid, psychological counseling, and social assistance programs. Aranjuez Prison in Spain offers a unique model in the field of corrections, a facility where incarcerated parents can remain with their young children. Unlike conventional prisons that separate families during incarceration, Aranjuez provides family-oriented cells designed to preserve familial bonds during early childhood. The facility allows parents to live with their children in special family units. In some cases, where both parents are serving sentences, they may be housed together with their child in a designated family cell. Children are permitted to stay until the age of 3, after which they are placed in the care of relatives or entrusted to child welfare services. Once the child leaves, the parents return to standard housing units within the facility. The family spaces are designed to support a child-friendly environment. Young children attend nursery school, sleep in cribs, and play in a dedicated recreational area. The facility has recorded cases of couples who met while incarcerated, married, and were later permitted to cohabitate in family cells for the benefit of their child. Each of the 36 family rooms, approximately 150 square feet in size, is furnished with a double bed, a crib, and a variety of toys. The walls are decorated with colorful child-friendly artwork. The facility also includes a playground, creating an environment that supports early childhood development. Children receive appropriate medical attention, including nutritional support and regular health checks by a physician. El Modelo prison in Colombia is often cited for its stark disparities in living conditions. While some sections of the facility house inmates in overcrowded environments with limited resources, others accommodate individuals with significant personal wealth and influence who have access to enhanced living spaces. In these private zones, some inmates have reportedly been able to rent and furnish their living quarters with amenities such as fitness equipment, entertainment setups, and meeting areas. Media reports highlighted the case of Juan Lenson Castro, also known as Matamba, who was alleged to have maintained contact with external associates and arranged for enhanced accommodations during his incarceration. In a widely publicized incident in 2022, Matamba reportedly exited the facility under circumstances that raised concerns about internal security protocols. The event prompted public discourse around the influence of wealth within correctional institutions and the challenges faced in maintaining equitable conditions and enforcement standards. The situation has since led to increased scrutiny of prison administration practices and renewed calls for reforms aimed at promoting transparency and reducing systemic disparities. Tihar Jail in India is the largest prison complex in South Asia, housing approximately 12,000 inmates. While many incarcerated individuals live in overcrowded and challenging conditions, reports have highlighted disparities in living standards within the facility, especially among those with significant financial means. Some reports allege that wealthier inmates have been able to upgrade their accommodations and maintain a level of connectivity that allows them to remain involved in external business operations. In some cases, unauthorized use of mobile phones and internet access has been documented, leading to concerns about oversight and enforcement. In a notable incident from 2016, media outlets reported that a prisoner had arranged a private dining experience for select individuals within the facility. The arrangement reportedly featured a curated menu of Indian and European dishes and was said to resemble a high-end restaurant. The event drew considerable public attention and raised broader questions about transparency and the role of privilege within correctional institutions. According to investigative reports, some inmates with financial resources may access additional amenities such as air-conditioned rooms, enhanced food services, or private assistance. This has fueled public debate regarding inequality and the need for reforms to ensure equitable treatment across the prison population. Which prison shocked you the most? And do you think luxury in prisons helps or harms society? Let's debate in the comments. Bastøy Prison in Norway offers a rehabilitative model that stands in contrast to traditional correctional facilities. Located on Bastøy Island in the Oslo Fjord, about an hour from Norway's capital, the prison operates in a uniquely open and trust-based environment. Notably, inmates help manage daily operations, including ferry transportation to and from the island. Bastøy's philosophy centers on responsibility, community, and reintegration. Inmates live in brightly colored shared residences with access to scenic coastal areas. The facility lacks barbed wire and high-security walls, fostering a sense of normalcy and mutual respect. Meals are served in a communal dining hall, and individuals receive a monthly allowance to purchase food for additional meals at the island store. Prisoners also earn a daily stipend, approximately $10 for assigned work tasks. During leisure hours, they may engage in recreational activities such as fishing or swimming during the warmer months. According to media reports, some inmates are permitted limited home visits under supervised conditions as part of the facility's reintegration framework. Dining services are known for their quality, with menus that occasionally feature dishes like baked salmon or grilled seafood. Bastøy operates under 3 core rules: no violence, no alcohol, and no drugs. Despite its relatively open structure, the prison maintains a strong record of rehabilitation, with reported recidivism rates around 16%, lower than the national average and significantly below figures reported in other European systems. San Pedro Prison in Bolivia functions more like a self-contained town than a conventional correctional facility. Within its walls, incarcerated individuals experience a level of autonomy uncommon in most prisons, although their freedom remains limited. One of the most unusual aspects of San Pedro is its internal economy. Prisoners are responsible for purchasing their own cells, and those with greater financial resources often have access to more comfortable accommodations. According to media reports, some inmates are able to acquire living spaces equipped with amenities such as kitchenettes and private balconies. The facility also hosts various small businesses, including shops, cafes, and food vendors, which are operated by inmates or their families. San Pedro is also notable for allowing certain prisoners to reside with their families, including children who may attend educational programs within the facility. This model creates an unusual blend of correctional structure and everyday routines, where some elements of family life continue alongside incarceration. However, concerns have been raised about ongoing challenges within the prison. Various investigations and human rights groups have documented cases of corruption, security lapses, and inequality in living conditions. Reports have also highlighted that inmates with financial means may have more privileges, while those without adequate resources face overcrowded and substandard conditions. These disparities have contributed to wider public discussions about prison reform, transparency, and equitable treatment within Bolivia's correctional system. According to media investigations and televised reports in Indonesia, allegations have surfaced regarding preferential treatment received by certain high-profile inmates. One such case involved a businesswoman whose 64-square-meter cell appeared to feature upscale furnishings and amenities not typically found in correctional facilities. A local television station aired footage of a surprise inspection conducted by a government task force aimed at combating corruption within the justice system. The footage showed what was described as a spacious cell equipped with a flat-screen television, a large bed, a private bathroom, and entertainment features such as a karaoke machine. Additional reports claim that the inmate had frequent visitors and received personal care services, including hair and beauty treatments. Public reaction was swift, with widespread criticism of what appeared to be unequal treatment within the prison system. Investigators later stated that the discovery led to disciplinary actions and renewed efforts to strengthen oversight within correctional institutions. Similar concerns were raised in other cases, including reports of another high-profile inmate allegedly modifying her cell with private furnishings, restaurant-catered meals, and household staff. These incidents have fueled ongoing debate about transparency, privilege, and reform within the Indonesian justice system. One of the most controversial chapters in the history of incarceration is the case of La Cathedral, a prison constructed in the early 1990s to house Colombian drug trafficker Pablo Escobar under unique and highly debated conditions. In the late 1980s, Escobar, who was at the height of his influence, faced mounting pressure from both the Colombian and United States governments. In 1991, Escobar negotiated terms of surrender with the Colombian government that included the construction of a custom detention facility on a hilltop in Medellin. The facility, known as La Catedral, was officially designated a prison, but reports described it as offering far more comfortable amenities than standard correctional institutions. Media accounts from the time noted features such as a private gym, recreational spaces, and personal living quarters. According to news reports and documentaries, the facility included areas for hosting visitors, cooking meals, and even social gatherings. Escobar was said to have hosted celebratory events on the premises, which drew criticism from the public and international observers who questioned the legitimacy of the arrangement. In 1992, following allegations that Escobar had orchestrated violent acts from within La Catedral, including the murder of several associates, the Colombian government initiated plans to transfer him to a standard prison. However, before the relocation could take place, Escobar escaped using an unmonitored exit route, prompting a renewed nationwide manhunt. La Catedral remains a symbol of the complex intersection between power, justice, and state negotiation in times of political instability. The case continues to be cited in discussions about prison reform and the influence of organized crime on legal systems. We're just getting started uncovering the world's most unbelievable systems. Subscribe for the next deep dive into places that shouldn't exist but do. Champdalen Prison in Switzerland has undergone a major renovation, with reported costs of approximately $4 million. The modernization aimed to improve living conditions and provide a more humane environment, resulting in cells that are notably spacious, with private bathrooms, updated amenities, and well-lit common areas designed for rehabilitation and social engagement. Inmates receive balanced and nutritious meals, access to healthcare services, and opportunities to participate in structured educational and vocational programs. The facility's philosophy centers on preserving human dignity and supporting reintegration into society. While this rehabilitative model has received international attention, it has also prompted public debate over whether such conditions align with traditional views of incarceration and justice. Evin Prison in Iran has been the subject of international attention for its complex mix of high-security confinement and reportedly varied living conditions among inmates. While it houses both criminal and political detainees, reports have suggested that individuals with financial resources may access upgraded accommodations within the facility. According to media coverage, certain areas of the prison are equipped with private rooms that include satellite television, in-suite bathrooms, and internet access. Some accounts have described inmates who continue to manage business interests remotely and receive meals from outside restaurants. Family visits may also take place in designated lounges designed to offer a more comfortable setting. These disparities have sparked public debate and criticism from human rights observers, who argue that economic privilege can significantly impact the experience of incarceration. In contrast, other inmates reportedly face overcrowded conditions with limited access to food, medical care, and sanitation. The stark difference in living standards has contributed to broader discussions around equity, justice, and the need for transparency within correctional systems. We conclude our overview in Indonesia, at Sukamiskin Prison, an institution that has drawn significant media scrutiny for alleged discrepancies in inmate treatment based on financial means. According to investigative reports, some inmates have been able to upgrade their living conditions by purchasing amenities such as upholstered furniture, mini refrigerators, entertainment systems, and decorative furnishings. Various media outlets have also reported that certain prisoners have access to privileges like catered meals from outside restaurants, on-site grooming services, and limited medical care, all for a fee. The monthly expenditure for such enhancements has been estimated by some sources to reach the equivalent of several hundred US, a figure notably higher than the monthly income of many local families. One high-profile incident involved allegations that a prisoner used an ambulance under the guise of a medical transfer to temporarily leave the facility. Reports indicate the vehicle diverted from the intended route and arrived at a private residence, prompting public criticism and renewed debate over corruption and oversight within the justice system. These accounts have sparked widespread concern about unequal treatment, the influence of wealth within correctional institutions, and the ongoing need for transparency and reform. So there you have it. 15 of the most luxurious prisons in the world, where money doesn't just talk, it completely rewrites the rules of justice. What do you think about these luxury prisons? Do you believe wealthy criminals deserve the same treatment as everyone else? Or should money be able to buy you comfort even behind bars? Have you ever wondered what would happen if you or someone you loved were a victim of one of these criminals who got to serve their time in luxury? Share your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is too important to ignore. If this video opened your eyes to the reality of how justice works for the super rich, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We're constantly uncovering stories that the powerful don't want you to know about, from corporate scandals to government corruption to the hidden world of the ultra-wealthy. Thanks for being with us. Leave a comment, like to show your support, and remember to hit that subscribe button for more exciting videos. See you next time.